Hey beautiful people, welcome to my channel. My name is Busisiwe Dlamini Haruri, the campus principal. If you haven't subscribed already to my channel, may you please press the subscribe button there at the bottom and also click on the notification bell so that every time when I upload a video, you will be notified and be the first one to check it out. So I'm sure you've been wondering that we've spoken about the collection of samples and the different types of samples that are used in a chemical pathology laboratory. But now what happens with that sample now once it has been processed and received in the laboratory? So what happens is that now the sample has to go for analysis. We need to analyze it. So to analyze the samples, we use the machines, or you can call them instruments, like this one. So usually these instruments, they have certain principles that they use to determine specific analytes. So in today's videos and a couple of videos that are going to follow, we are going to talk about the different method principles that different analyzers uses for certain tests that will be requested. So today we're gonna start with spectrophotometry. So what is this spectrophotometry? What I like to do for me to be able to always remember and understand a term, I usually dissect it. So with spectrophotometry, basically there is three words, which is spectro, photo, and metry. So what spectro basically represents here, or what it means characteristic wavelength. Photo, which will refer to light, and metry, which is the measurement. So what this basically means is this: it means in spectrophotometry there is a measurement of light with a specific wavelength. So now if we can put it into ways to define what is spectrophotometry, so we can say spectrophotometry, it is a method whereby the absorbance or the transmittance of light with a specific wavelength or characteristic wavelength is measured. So that basically that's what spectrophotometry is. If you get any question or if you are being asked what is spectrophotometry, if you feel like now you are forgetting a little bit, it's very much easier if you dissect the word into its component, and then you can put the words together to be able to define that specific term. So with spectrophotometry, usually there is a spectrophotometer inside the instrument, and most of the methods that we're still gonna talk about as well, you will see that most of them, they do use the spectrophotometer, even if the principle might be a little bit different, but you'll find it will still be a measurement of either transmitted or absorbed light. So what are the components of a spectrophotometer? So a spectrophotometer consists of a light source, which can be a tungsten lamp. It will depend on which lamp they decided to use on that instrument, but you need to have a light source. And then after the light source, there is a monochromator. So a monochromator, usually they like to use a prism. And the function of the monochromator now, it would be to select the correct wavelength that is needed for that specific test. And then there is a slit. So once a specific wavelength has been selected by the monochromator, then it will pass through the slit to the cuvette. So the cuvette will be containing the reagent and the patient sample mixed together. Then after that, there will be a detector. Then what the detector will do, it will detect either the transmitters of or the absorbance of light that will come to the detector, and then the detector will convert it into a readable result, and then we will have a reading device. So this is how a spectrophotometer it will measure that light absorbed or transmitted at 180 degrees. As you can see, it is a straight line, and then these are the components that will be there in each and every instrument that uses spectrophotometry as a principle. It will have all of these components in it, whereby this cuvette, basically it will be, like I said, our patient sample and the reagent. Sometimes you might have to put in the cuvette if it's a manual spectrophotometer, but if it's a spectrophotometer in an instrument, you'll find that already in the instrument there will be several cuvettes that are there, whereby it will use interchangeably with measuring of the samples. So basically, that's what I wanted us to talk about in this video. If you have any questions, you can put them there on the comment section. It will be nice for me to be able to interact with you. Hopefully you understand and now you get what spectrophotometry is. From me for today, that's it. Until next time.